Hello, I'm back. It's Vita, your family's favorite realtor, and today I'm going to talk to you about the pros and cons of Roswell, Georgia. Yes, that's right, the pros and cons of Roswell, Georgia. But first, I want you to call, text, or email me whenever you have any questions about any of the neighborhoods in Metro Atlanta suburbs. I'm your girl. So, first, let's talk about one of the pros, location. Okay, Roswell is actually in a very great location, it's just off of 285. It's north of Atlanta, just slightly north of downtown Atlanta. It's a straight shot, straight up. And Buckhead, Georgia 400 takes you straight into Roswell and Highway 9. It's accessible to Sandy Springs MARTA. So, for those of you that don't know what MARTA is our mass transit. And actually, you can easily jump on the train at the Sandy Springs station, take the train to any of the games, or take the train to the airport. So, you don't have to drive all the way down to the airport, which is probably about a good 45, 50 minutes from Roswell. And the airport I'm talking about is Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport. So you can jump on that Sandy Springs MARTA to go to the what's it called? The Mercedes-Benz Stadium if you want to watch some games there or a concert or anywhere downtown. So that's a really great place for you to be able to park and ride. Let's see. So of course, Roswell has plenty of parks. There's hiking trails. There's a waterfall at Old Mill in Roswell. That's a historic place. So there's going to be lots of people there, right next to the Chattahoochee Nature Center, where there's an indoor area where you can learn all about the area and some of the history. You can kayak, you can go boating, you can do biking trails, you can do walking trails. It's a very, very, very dog friendly city, so you're open to doing that. And then you have Azalea Drive in Roswell, which basically parallels along the Chattahoochee River, or the Hooch as we call it, where you can canoe, you can paddle boat, horseback ride, do cookouts, rowboating, etc. So that's some of the things kind of in the Roswell, a little east of downtown. So let's take you dead smack to downtown. Check out one of my videos, one of my neighborhood vlog videos in Roswell, where I'm talking about downtown. I'm actually standing downtown telling you about some of the great places to check out and see downtown. The downtown Roswell is really a great place to hang out. It has old world charm. So what they've done is they've really kept the old time look in the downtown area, which is really kind of unique of that city. So the downtown Roswell area is not huge like some of the other cities I've talked about. It's really not big at all. Actually, it's probably one or two streets, but there's a plethora of eateries and places to go for breakfast, lunch, dinners, outdoor concerts. There's always something going on down there. It's ideal if you can park a few blocks away and just walk, because the on street parking or the parking with meters, there's going to be very few of them, and you will get a ticket if you don't pay the meter, like you would expect in any downtown area. There's always lots of arts and crafts or festivals down in the downtown area. Things like the farmers markets and things like that, or crafts that happens down in the square of Roswell often. Then one of the other things that you can obviously notice right away in Roswell are the beautiful trees. There are four seasons here in Georgia. A lot of people don't believe it. We do have summer, spring, winter, and fall. And Roswell still has a plethora of beautiful trees with seasonal colors, and it's like a botanist's dream. There's so many different kinds of trees. Side note for the state of Georgia, we're called the Peach State. But did you know that I believe, or that it's told, It really was supposed to be the Pitch State, Pitch, but with the Southern accents, somebody thought they were saying Peach State. We don't really have a whole bunch of peach trees in Georgia. It was the Pitch State, and pitch trees are also known as pine trees. And we have a plethora of pine trees. So really it's the Pitch State, but we have adopted with our Southern accents Peach State. So that's where that came from, a little bit of unknown history. So that's some little trivia you can win in a trivia challenge somewhere. So let's go back to the beautiful, beautiful trees, seasonal colors. So there are here's another pro, great suburban living, HOAs and swim tennis teams and tournaments, things for adults, things for children. Lots of neighborhoods have huge collective yard sales if you like to do things like that. One man's trash is another man's treasure. So there's always some kind of yard sale going on somewhere. Golf courses, there are several golf courses and houses, and guess what? Another pro is there are lots of jobs, lots of jobs. And Roswell is known for having a lot of jobs. Obviously, they're the typical day-to-day type jobs, but there are also a lot of medical field jobs and tech field jobs. We have the North Fulton Hospital, and Alpharetta is the next city over, which is where the North Fulton Hospital is. So there are a lot of opportunities for anybody in the medical field to find employment, which is really good, or the tech field. And a lot of tech jobs are in North Fulton, such as Alpharetta, which is the neighboring city, or Cumming, which is the neighboring city of Alpharetta. Also, there's a lot of professional networking groups. So if you're an entrepreneur or a small business owner, this is an area where you want to probably check out some networking events. Even if you don't live in Roswell, or you have clients that are in Roswell, you want to probably check out some of the professional networking groups and organizations in Roswell, because they're known for a lot of the networking and sharing leads and passing leads along. So this would be a really great place. And if you haven't started networking, this might be a great place with friendly people for you to start your networking for your professional business. So I'm going to pause right here because I think I gave you a lot to kind of chew on so far. So if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, ring my bell so you can know when I'm going to be putting content out again, or whenever new content comes out, you'll be notified. I appreciate the subscription, so that would be really, really good. Also, if you want to put something in the comments, like that this information is helpful, or if you have a business maybe and you like me to talk about your business or come live to your business, I would love to do that. We could talk, we could chat. I could do a video on your business. So that is some of the cons that I wanted to go on. Now let's talk about, those are some of the pros. Now let's talk about some of the cons. Let's see, some of the cons of Roswell. I'm going to start off with traffic because I do not like traffic. Traffic. Yes, there are several ways into Roswell from Cobb or from Sandy Springs or from Alpharetta, but it tends to get congested a lot. And I don't know if it's just because there's only like a lot of roads that are just 2 lanes in and 2 lanes out. I'm not exactly sure why. Roswell has about 92,000 residents, so people are always on the go. And because Roswell kind of is in a really great location, centrally located in North Fulton, maybe people are just going to other places, coming and going. So that tends to stop up the traffic a little bit. And of course, it's going to be worse in the morning rush hour and the evening rush hour. It's not as bad in the middle of the day, but typically there's a good little amount of traffic. And there's a lot of lights on the road. So just be prepared. Just don't leave the house at the last minute. If you have somewhere to be at a particular time, give yourself some time so that you're not rushing in traffic or stressed out. Just know that that's a part of it. There's going to be a little traffic and you just got to deal with it. So that's one of the things. Another one of the cons might be some of the public schools are not going to be the best schools as you relate them to some of the other areas, such as East Cobb. But I always say go to the website greatschools.org. That's great schools, plural.org, greatschools.org. And you can check out schools for yourself. Check out the scores, because what one person might deem is not so good might not be so bad to somebody else. So just check those out. There's also not a lot of new construction in Roswell. There are people that own houses that will renovate, or they'll buy one, tear it down, and put up a new construction, but that's just onesie twosie here and there. There are a couple of new communities, but there's just not a lot that you would like expect in some of the other major metropolitan areas that have a lot of new builds. But I will say the values do stay pretty consistent. People want to be in this area. So that I would say would be a good investment if you're able to find a place. And I can obviously help you with new construction or a resale home. You tend to maybe get a little bit more for your money in a resale, but there are pockets of new construction throughout. Let's see, there are lots and lots of trees and pine trees. So the good side is it's beautiful foliage, beautiful colors. The downside is if you have asthma or allergies, pollen season can be brutal. And our pollen season is usually around April, into March, April, sometimes into May. Everything will be green or yellow, your cars, but you grow used to it. So just stay inside if you have really bad allergies. And I would say the last con is it's just a small downtown area that I talked about. It has to have an old historic feel, which is nice. But if you're looking for a huge downtown area where you can go exploring for hours, probably not the place for you because it's small. But I want to end on a positive, on a pro. It's small, it's quaint, it's very friendly. And although there are not a bunch of stores, there's enough for you to do and have a really great time. I'm sure you're going to meet some great people, maybe some lifelong friends, and find some really good, unique foods and great crafts and gifts that you can't find anywhere else. That's how you're going to love Roswell. So again, comment below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to let that be our pros and cons for today. Again, I'm Vita, your family's favorite realtor, and check me out sometime. Call, text, or email me if you want to go live on a tour. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.